That last file, I just want to show you a couple things in the next steps, which is language production. But the first thing I want you to notice is the file naming convention. Let's send files back and forth named this way. All it is the title with hyphens between each word, all of the letters lowercase, and the last section here being the language code. ENG stands for English. These codes can be found as by searching ISO codes online. Or when we send you the files, the languages are going to be given to you with the ISO code. So French, Spanish, and Tongan, in this case, is the next step. So let's send files back and forth this way. To know if this is the latest file that we're working with, we can look here at the modified date, and you'll notice that I put that in just a little bit ago. As I refreshed 9 minutes ago, to be exact. So there we go. One of the things that I'd like you to start on, so language production, is the next step. Let's do Spanish, and notice that I started here already. But we will give you two different files for each language. One is a Word file with the translation and usually everything you need. And the next one is a PDF that is either handwritten or typed in. This comes directly from the translator, telling you where to place the words underneath the notes. And you'll notice these little things right here. I'll show you how to place those in Finale. First things first, though, we use a plain text editing program. This one happens to be called BB Edit. I think it's free. Honestly, I'm not sure because my work does it for me. But you can use any plain text editor that doesn't carry formatting with it. Word is a horrible tool with which to cut and paste into Finale. When you do that, it carries formatting with it and code behind the scenes that actually will do some wonky things with your templates. So don't copy and paste from Word or any other kind of word processing program that has formatting. You want to use a plain text editor. One of the great things about a plain text editor, as I click on the wrong thing here, is that when this is the title, when you copy it from the plain text editor, you can drop it right into the title and it picks up, or any of the lyric portions of it, it picks up the formatting, so you don't have to reformat anything. So this is the mood marker here in Spanish. You want to come over here and click on that. Drop it in here. Picks up the formatting, the size, everything. Sign, and you want to make sure that that is left aligned. This is the credit information right there. And where am I getting all this from? How do I know what these words are? It's because I can look over here at my PDF and look, that's where they all are. So I can put these side by side and compare. Voila, it is absolutely lovely. Okay. So we have this right here is actually the copyright. So we put that here. Boom. Notice that in a plain text editor, it doesn't, this particular one, it doesn't put returns next to each line. So make sure that things are on a separate line so you can put those in yourself. There you go. So now when it comes to the lyrics, I wanted to start here with Spanish because Spanish has, that's the final, what it should look like when you're done. Spanish has some unique things with it that I want to show you how to do. So those curvy things, those elisions, are given to you here in the source file by having this underscore. For whatever reason, they place an underscore. And in this one, they're actually putting a space after this underscore, which they should not do, because that's going to force it to the next line. So you want to go through these and get rid of the spaces. Best way that I have found to do that is to show the invisibles, so then you can clearly see where spaces are that shouldn't be there. See, translators are really good at translating. They're not very good at preparing text for production. Some of the reason is they don't do music production. And so they don't realize what the program can do and what it can't do and what causes havoc. So as the person who is producing the music, you get to proofread all that kind of stuff and fix it. So I go through and get rid of the spaces that don't need to be there first. And because BB Edit doesn't put any spaces in the lyrics between the lines, I will actually add a space after each of these lines so that when you paste it into Finale, the lines will be separated. So bear with me here a little bit. And if you want to do this along with me or pause the video, by all means, please do so. And you'll notice that some of these are in italics. They shouldn't be. But that's all going to get taken care of when I jump it over here. Okay. Where this has the 1, 2, 3, Finale is actually going to do that automatically for you. So we're just going to delete those. And this looks like a chorus here. That's why they italicized it, because it's the chorus. So I'm going to put a separate thing there. How do I know it's the chorus? Because you see that it starts with C, whatever, Libro. I don't speak Spanish, so don't play that for anybody, because I probably said a swear word or something in Spanish and I didn't even know it. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to cut and paste this over into BB Edit. So it gets rid of my formatting. I know this is the chorus. I don't need to copy the chorus 3 times. I only need it once. So I'm going to get rid of that. In this particular song, you'll notice that the chorus is the same each time. Okay, great. There we go. Now let's place these in here. Okay, so how do we get those curvy things? This is a trick in Finale. I'm going to show you how to do this. Share this with all your friends because it's kind of cool. All right, so we're going to come over here. I'm going to find each of these underscores, and I'm going to switch them to a W. Why a W? Because it's easily found, and Spanish doesn't use W's. Simple as that. So we're going to replace all. So all those underscores are now W's, and you'll see what I'm going to do with it when I drop it in Finale. So first thing I'm going to do in Finale is I'm going to get rid of all the text. Because there's formatting, sometimes choices were made with this text in English. That doesn't really apply when it comes to doing this in languages. So when we do this, I'm going to turn off that. I'm going to go here to, actually I need to use the selection tool. That's why that's not showing up. I'm going to select all. I'm going to clear selected items. I'm going to click none. I'm going to click text. Boom. Now all my lyrics are gone. And I can place in my Spanish lyrics. I'm going to drop it here in my window. Boom. Okay. There's verse 1. Here is verse 2. Here is verse 3. Oops. That didn't work. Copy, verse 3. And then my chorus 1. And if you set all these baselines correctly, everything should work out really, really good. So, once I put those in, lovely. Then I just come over here, looking at my PDF, and I start typing in the lyrics. Okay. If the translator did a really good job and you did a good job preparing the text, you can hold the Option key. I don't know what the Option key is in Windows, but in Mac you can hold down the Option key and you click, and it'll set the entire first verse for you, exactly like that. And I can click again when I switch it to the second verse, And notice that, ooh, that went over. So there's something different here that I should check. Okay, so let's see what I messed up. Do you see what I messed up? I didn't catch that there was a space that should have been put there. That should not have been put there, I mean. And so, where is that? Yep. So there's an extra space where there shouldn't be over here. Where is that? That's 3. Yep. Let's pull that there. And notice it does one of those things. So I can shift to the left. Boom. And now we're correct. So we'll go here into the third verse. Be very careful doing all of this. And look at that. Another problem. Same issue. There was a space that I didn't fix the first time. So I'll go back and fix it now. It moves it over there. And I can shift my lyrics to the left again and fix it. Okay, notice that I'm not really worried about collisions right now. I'm not worried about my spacing. All I'm worried about is making sure that everything is placed where it needs to go. Okay. And then I'll come here to the chorus and do the same thing. Lovely. And did it end in the correct place? Yes, it did. I'm going through. Okay. Now, what do we do next? So, we need to change, before we do spacing and get this all ready, we need to change these W's to that curvy character. So I'm actually going to come over here. I'm going to go to the text search and replace. I'm going to search for W. I'm not going to worry about style for this because the W is important. Now, here's the problem. Pay attention when you do this to what happens to Nathan Howe's name, because notice that there is a W in his name. It's not a Spanish name. It's not a Spanish name. So it has a W in it, and it's going to replace the W, but you can fix that later. All right, so replace with, you're going to use a capital I. And this time we're going to click on Style, and you're going to change your font to Engraver Font Set. And then click OK. And then replace all. Boom. Now you have your curvy character replacing all the W's, and it looks beautiful. Okay, except over here, I'm going to change Nathan Howe's name. I'm actually going to get rid of that because it's going to keep that font. There we go. Boom. Change Nathan Howe's name back to the way it was. Over here, we don't want Nathan Howe's name to be an I either, so there we go. So you change those things. After you're done with that, then you redo your spacing, and you are ready to go. Okay, that is basically how you do language production. One thing that you should be aware of, though, when you save this, notice that this file, I didn't save it beforehand, it still says ENG. So you want to hit, when you save this file, you actually want to do a save as. Oh, I can't be in the text tool doing a save as. So do a save as. And you want to change ENG this time to SPA. I'm going to save it to my desktop. But of course, for whatever reason, my desktop is missing from that, so I'll save it to this folder. And then save. Okay, so I said SOA. It's actually SPA. Sorry. Okay, so there we go. That is how you do language production. A couple things that you should be aware of as well, though, especially here in French. Each one of these languages has their own style. So notice that these are in italics. It's because credit information and IP information in French should always be in italics. So write that down somewhere. Anytime that French comes up, credit information, IP information, copyright, IP stands for intellectual property, you know that already, should be in italics. Notice that this translator is adding spaces where it shouldn't. You need to prepare this text by getting rid of those spaces. Those line breaks shouldn't be there either. And you just go through and do the same things with each of these languages. Okay, questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Send me an email, give me a call, whatever you want. I'm going to send this to you as soon as I can. Okay, thanks, bye.